We continue to watch winter weather across portions of the northern upstate. Good news is that we're slowly starting to see Greenville County, at least the southern half, get more into a rain situation. Still some spots, though, Nicole, hang on to snow.
Yeah, and places like Pickens and Oconee County still have a good bit of snow coming down there as well. So we're watching very closely. We will see more of a northern shift in the winter weather potential in the next really hour or so as more milder air starts to build in. It won't be a huge difference than the temperature you're feeling now, but it likely just won't be enough to sustain this winter weather for all that much longer.
Yeah, and even though it's been really heavy and kind of nice to look at, it has melted on contact in most cases. We have seen it stick to some grassy surfaces, which is common because it was and is snowing pretty heavily in some cases.
And up in the mountain towns, we actually do have some roadways that have been a little bit dicey in those spots, so we're going to be continuing to monitor that as well. We have some school closings and early dismissals happening, so just make sure you're watching the bottom of your screen. They will continue to scroll across as new information comes in. We're going to continue to watch, though, the upstate specifically. Considering the mountains, we've been talking all morning about the expectation of this snow, and now it's really been moving into the far northern upstate. Spartanburg right now still dealing with a good mix. The southern part of the county dealing with that rainfall, and then the central and northern part of the county mainly dealing with snow. So this is the next spot to watch. The GSP Airport in between Greenville and Spartanburg has been reporting temperatures just above freezing. The Spartanburg Airport, though, really looking at a temperature just at 32 degrees, and that's where we start to get some concern for those areas that have seen temperatures around freezing. We did just get into our newsroom that Pickens County schools are going to be dismissing early, so make some arrangements if you have kids in schools there. Pickens County, of course, all the way down to about Easley, seeing some heavier bands of snowfall moving through. And you'll also see there's pink in between Oconee and Pickens counties. That's more of a wintry mix, some sleet, some snow, some rain. Like Kendra was saying, was here in Greenville just a short time ago out on our weather deck. That's going to be what we continue to watch slowly transition over before it all gets back to rain a little bit later today. But at this point, we've probably got about an hour's worth of wintry weather for the far northern upstate still to deal with. The whole system has been moving in from south to north. You can see originally it started as a lot of rain. Then some of that cold air did infiltrate. We talked about how the higher in the atmosphere is, the heavy rain actually pulls down some cold air to the surface, allowing some of that wintry weather to change over in parts of the northern upstate and far northeast Georgia. Temperatures right now generally above freezing, but just barely in Hendersonville and Brevard, 33 degrees for you. Spartanburg, the one spot at 32, and that's where we may begin to see some road concerns, so we'll have to watch Spartanburg area very closely. It's snowing fairly heavily there right now, and will likely at least get barely above freezing in the hours ahead. Futurecast shows by this afternoon, look at this, 3 p.m. just about all back to rain, and a lighter rain at that for the upstate. Maybe a few snow showers still lingering across parts of Mount Mitchell and Marion in North Carolina, possibly to Lake Lure, but most even of the mountains. We'll start to see a drying pattern in the later half of the day, leaving just a couple rain showers here in the upstate by 5 p.m. And you'll notice even areas that see a good bit of this snow from the morning are back to showers in the afternoon. We are expecting temperatures, albeit just barely, to get above freezing and maybe to about 40 degrees by the afternoon. That should alleviate a lot of that concern. Once we get into the evening tonight, we will start to see the sky begin to clear, and that actually leaves us with a better weekend. So there's going to be some nicer conditions, especially by Sunday. We'll get more into this coming up, but